My name's Dan Hawkins, guitarist of The Darkness.
I'm Ed Graham, I'm the drummer.
Okay, what do you think is the unique selling point of The Darkness?
I think there's probably not one selling point. We've probably got lots of things that people like. The words, the music, the different attitudes.
The main selling point is the songs, you know. It's like a lot of people like have written us off the joke band in the past or so on and so forth because of maybe the live shows, but ultimately, you know, you can't hear the clothes that you wear, you know. So the songs are really sort of the main thing. Because if you don't like a band's songs, you're not going to enjoy them live full stop, are you? So, you know, it's not like we...
Do your fans say what they think is so special about The Darkness?
Yeah, it's usually the songs, you know. I love this song or that song, you know. You guys rock. I guess the fact that we're a rock and roll band, you know. We don't have in-ear monitoring, we don't play to a click, we don't have keyboards. We're a four-piece hard rock band. There are just so few hard rock bands left anymore. There's one of them over there. Yeah. Velvet Revolver. They're the only other known hard rock band that I like at the moment.
Why did you guys ever start to make music?
Well, I started making music when I was 9, and by the age of 11 realised that I wanted to, you know, be a rock star, I suppose. And yeah, it's been a lifelong mission ever since.
I was maybe a bit older than that, maybe like 14 or 15 at school. I wasn't really into sports when I was a kid, so I started hanging around in the music room and playing the drums and hanging around there with the other geeks.
And at that moment you started, was there a purpose behind it or something you wanted to achieve?
Well, when you first do it, it's maybe you just try it, but I think when you're a teenager, young 15, that yeah, I mean, I wanted to be in a band, to be a rock star as well.
I think it's to do with escapism as well, you know, and I wanted to be, you know, to be abnormal, I suppose, rather than normal, and yeah, I think that's kind of something that we've carried through from very early age. The music we make isn't, you know, we're not there purging our feelings and that. We're there to entertain people, have a good time, and provide a bit of escapism for us and for everyone who watches us. You know, it should be fun going to see a rock band.
And at what moment did you realise it was becoming really professional?
When we first made some money, I suppose. You know, it wasn't really about the money anyway. It's like, and it never will be. It's like, it's one of those things where you know, you kind of like, it's a risk, you know. You leave school, you know, you bum around on the dole, you live in bedsits and live on cans of beans for about 10 years. You skin everyone you know you owe money to, and you just keep going and going and going. And it's not, you know, it's if you love something that much and you've got that much faith in it, then ultimately you never think that you'll fail. It just takes a long time sometimes.
What would have happened to you guys if the music didn't work out professionally?
It's very difficult to say because you meet a lot of people that once they get to a certain age, they say, right, I better give up now, and then they maybe they do another job in music, be crew or something like that. But I think had I personally failed in being in the band, then I would have wanted to do something completely different, and I'd probably been a landscape gardener or something like that.
And for you?
I would carry on. If this band didn't work out, or someone left or it split up, I would start another band. And then if that one didn't work out, I'd start another one. And then in 20, 30 years, I'd either be a record producer or be in a covers band.
You're a born musician.
Sorry?
You're a born musician then?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
As a kid, you probably must have had thoughts about how the life of a musician will be. In what way does it differ in reality?
The weird thing is you get used to the madness, you know. All the things, all the cliches, all the ridiculous things that you imagine would happen do happen to you, and you get used to them, you know. And that's the thing I didn't expect. You know, you get used to screaming girls. You know, you get used to, I suppose, having lots of money. You get used to selling loads of records. You get used to having platinum discs, and that's the most surprising thing, that you actually you get used to it really, really quickly, and then you think, right, move on. What's next? You know.
It's surprising that you're not more surprised.
Yeah.
I agree with that as well.
And do you regret it that you don't think, well, things that look special to other people don't look special to you anymore?
It's not that they're not special. It's just that you kind of look for other things, don't you? It's weird. It's not a shame at all. You just enjoy the smaller things in life in a way. The little victories. Have become more important. So in a way, it's actually even more enjoyable.
Because every stage you get to, or every success you have, you're looking towards the next one. The only time you would have is to really reflect over everything that's happened is if you stopped, and if we totally stopped, and then you could think about what everything that's happened.
Okay. How do you keep your life as a musician exciting?
Write new material. Keep playing your guitar. It's weird. If I have a couple of days off, I have to pick up a guitar. So I don't know. It's keep it exciting. I don't know. Just having a laugh. I think not taking things too seriously is the most important thing. Because if you take yourself too seriously and everything that's going on too seriously, then you can forget quite easily why you got into it in the first place.
How do you keep your life as a musician exciting?
Well, one of the things that will make it exciting again soon is we're going to concentrate on writing our new album and just playing new songs that are exciting to play is exciting.
Okay. What do you always take with you when you have to play besides your equipment?
Cigarettes. Need to smoke lots of cigarettes before I go on, and as soon as I come off. That's it, really. It's quite it's quite weird. Whatever state you're in, you can always. I always seem to be able to pull a good performance out of the bag as long as I'm wearing my Thin Lizzy t-shirt.
Do you mean actually on stage or just on tour with you?
Whatever.
On tour, you should bring a few vitamins and tablets to keep you going. And on stage, nothing, just water and sometimes Red Bull.
No superstitious lucky things or something?
No, not for me. No.
For you?
Just my Thin Lizzy t-shirt. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to play in anything else. Yeah.
What's the best festival you've ever played at?
Best festival I ever played at? That's a difficult one. I think Oxygen Festival in Ireland. Just really well organised, brilliant people, really friendly, an awesome crowd, and really just brilliantly organised. I think the organisation of a festival can make the difference. When you're a musician, because you don't get to go out front. Basically, you can't go out into where the punters are, where the people are, because you just get mobbed. So you spend your whole time backstage and watching bands, and if it's really badly organised, then it can be a bit of a nightmare.
Isn't it the crowd's reaction that makes a festival appearance great, or the best?
Obviously, but it's like when you spend like 10 hours on the site and you can't even go out front to watch bands. It's, some festivals you're kind of hanging out backstage and you can't even see other bands. You're not allowed on stage. It's a bit shit, really. But obviously the crowd reaction is why we're here.
What do you think was the best festival the Darkness ever played at?
We played so many festivals. I'd agree with Oxygen was one of the best feelings we've ever had, because that was, that size of audience is new to us, and that we had a really, really good response to them. So Oxygen was one of the best, but the year before was very exciting as well, where we were much further down the bill. We were on very early in the day, and but we still got a very good response. We played at Glastonbury very early in the day and got a good response, and we played at Tea in the Park early in the day as well. I know a lot of people turned out to see us sort of in the morning. They were really good.
And what other things makes a festival good? What ingredients does a good festival need?
Well, a good atmosphere, good weather helps. It's not essential, sometimes people are determined to have a good time, whether it's wet or not.
It's quite nice when it's this sort of weather's perfect, as long as it doesn't rain. Because you don't want to completely blister in sun, because people start to lose energy, the crowd and that. But you don't want it pissing down with rain either, because that's a bit of a nightmare. So this is perfect, overcast, nice.
Yeah. Did you have a chance to look at the lineup for Lowlands, and if so, what bands would you like to see?
I haven't actually looked at the lineup. Who's on today?
Sorry?
Haven't actually seen the lineup. Who's on today?
Well, many artists. Tonight we have Auf dem Hour, like I said before. The Streets are on, Dizzy Rascal is on, Razorlight is on. I heard it's a big thing in the UK at the moment.
It seems from who's standing behind it seems Velvet Revolver on. I quite like to watch them. I watched them the other day. No, we watched. We're at Puckle Pop in Belgium yesterday, and I watched the Streets yesterday. But I might watch them again a bit.
Seeing Velvet Revolver, out of all the bands I've seen on, so we've been doing the summer festivals for a while now, about a month. So yeah, saw them at Highfield, I think it was, in Germany, and yeah, it's just brilliant to see a proper rock band again. You know, really good.